Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to the WWE NXT post show. It is Tuesday, January 21st. I'm your girl, Denise Salcedo, and with me here today, my weekly NXT co-host, Chinedu. Chinedu, we're back. We're ready to roll. We got a pretty interesting episode of NXT to get into here today. A couple of surprises, and we're heading into a pretty big show next week in Atlanta. They are hyping this show up. But before we get to all of that, Chinedu, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm here in Houston. We enjoyed a snow day today, though, so we had a great day of snow out here. I needed something to warm me up, though. So thankfully, we had this red hot episode of NXT tonight that I cannot wait to review with you and the rest of the DWO. Happy to be here.
It was an easy night tonight. I felt like this was a show that it wasn't one of those shows where it's like bang, 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 here's all these things, but things happen very subtly. There was movement across all fronts, and I felt like for the most part, everything kind of led to something where you're going, okay, I kind of like that, and I like where this went, and I think I like where this is going. And we ended the show in a way where I wasn't necessarily expecting. So I want to kick things off with the end of the show. And that is, of course, Oba Femi, who successfully defended his championship against Eddy Thorpe. And I think for the most part, we all knew, okay, great, like this is going to be Oba Femi going out there and squashing Eddy Thorpe. Good. That's what we wanted. It's what we got. Oba Femi looked like $1,000,000. Good stuff. But here's the thing. So he was kind of distracted towards the end because he's going to be on the Grayson Waller Effect show next week in Atlanta. But it was funny because at the end of the show, he's having this little bit of a moment with Grayson and Austin Theory. And I was staring at that and I was going, damn, I wonder if like Oba Femi's next few matches are going to be randomly against like Grayson Waller and Austin Theory just to give them some bodies to beat. And as I was thinking about that, all of a sudden, the camera turns around, Oba Femi turns around, and he's confronted by the former NXT champion, Trick Williams. And Chinedu, I wasn't expecting for them to tease Trick Williams and Oba Femi so fast. Of course, Trick Williams wants his rematch, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna get it. But this got me thinking, like, is Oba Femi just gonna flat out beat Trick Williams again? He has to, right? But at the same time, I wasn't expecting to see Trick Williams take another loss. But on the bright side, I'm feeling a lot more positive about the fact that Trick Williams may be going to the main roster. So I don't know. There's kind of a lot in there. Start wherever you want.
First and foremost, I want to shout out my Texans. We had a great weekend, man, against Kansas City Chiefs. Shout out my Texans. They're the best. I love them. And I hate Kansas City. Kansas City Chiefs. I hate you guys so much. He's got a serious pick.
I know everyone says the same thing. They're like, we hate Kansas City. I just love Taylor Swift. Okay, so can we leave her out of this?
I do. My daughter's a Swiftie, so she told me, don't you bring her up. I won't. I told her I won't do that. But like you said tonight, I truly enjoyed this segment and the entire episode. I call this a Chinedu favorite because all of my favorite players of NXT has storyline progressions today, and I loved it. Jada Parker, Alexis King, Roxanne Perez, Trick Williams, Oba Femi, everything moved at a great pace. The ending segment was great. And this is proof that the WWE is watching our show, okay? Because we said last week, who is on the main roster that's not doing anything, okay? And they, look, Triple H, Paul went to the back.
Oh, you're so right. We were talking about that.
Yes. Triple H, Paul went to the back. He went back to who ain't doing shit. Let me see that. Grayson, Austin, come on here. Come on. They was trying a lot. Oh no, we doing some with Barry Corbin next week. He don't work anymore. Get your ass on NXT. And that's what happened. Take him on the NXT. And to me, I like it. I wasn't expecting them, but hey, it's some, like you said, it's some bodies for Oba Femi to beat because they're not gonna beat them. I'm cool with that. Austin and Grayson are both good sellers. I'm sure they'll make him look dominant, which I do like. It'll give him some entertainment because Oba Femi is good on the mic. Being on the Grayson Waller Effect will give him a great chance to cut a great promo because Grayson is a great opponent on the mic too. I feel he's like next generation Miz. If I don't mean that as an insult. I mean,
I know what you mean. Yeah, he has that kind of I can talk on the mic, I can get under your skin, and he's got like similar personality traits.
Yes, so I feel like it's a great utility player to have, someone to enhance Oba Femi in his feud with the title, make him look stronger. I'm with it. I love Trick. but Trick will have to lose the rematch, the one-on-one. He has to lose. I don't see Trick Williams ever holding the NXT title again. I see him going to the main roster because it's time. There's nobody else there for him to beat. Is only there for him to like get back at them. I do like the program with Wes because again, Wesley, another character. I love the progression. I love who he is. Look who has a faction, by the way. Look who has a faction. But
he started to get some guys with them. Yeah, that was something that I noticed too. But yeah, as you were saying though, with Wesley.
Yes, he's building up though, and I'm happy Trick is going in with that. He can beat West, that's cool, but he does have to lose Oba Femi. Oba Femi needs to remain strong, and like you said too, I do see Trick going to the main roster as well.
I feel like all of your ideas, Chinedu, are being taken. Like this is happening. we're starting to see there was another bit where we saw Kalani and Jada Parker, and of course we'll talk more about that in a second. But when I saw Kalani and Jada Parker, I'm like, okay, this show is written for Chinedu. Like these are his people. These are the people that he loves to root for. And I was looking at Kalani and Jada, and I'm like, oh, okay. Jada's totally going to be the baby face in this. And now I'm going to see that Kalani is finally going to have that heel turn that Chinedu's been praying for like months now at this point. And so I was looking at that and I'm going, yeah, everything Chinedu wants to happen is starting to come to fruition. You see what happens when you manifest, everybody? You got to manifest the shit you want so you can get it. And that goes with promos and feuds and all of that. But okay, so here's the thing. Chinedu, I had this like sick fantasy. Can I tell you the truth? I'm going to be honest with everybody here. I had like a really sick fantasy. And I kind of want Oba Femi in a handicap match with Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. And I kind of want him to beat them both.
Ooh, I do too now.
Is that too sick? Is that too demented? We don't have handicap. Usually when we have handicap matches now, it's usually like one guy versus like two jobbers we don't even know.
Yes.
What about like two guys we actually do know? Or would it be just too mean for Grayson Waller and Austin Theory?
I don't think it'll be too mean. Right now, we got him on NXT for a reason. Listen, guys, look. All right, we'll bring you back on Raw and SmackDown with something different. But right now, you need to job out to Oba. That's just look. You'll still get paid your main roster paycheck. You got to come out. You got a job. You weren't doing shit in catering, okay? I went just for Blazer. I went back there and looked, okay? You weren't doing shit. You're going to NXT right now. You're jobbing out of Oba Femi. You got to do that. But I think it's a great idea though, because it'll give a great chance to once again show the dominance of Oba Femi, because he needs more people to show it. Wesley is cooking. He's cooking, but he's not there yet. Trick Williams makes perfect sense. He's the former champion, makes great sense, and you need other guys, right? Who else is there? There's nobody else. So
like we were saying, like they need these bodies, and that's what they're doing. Like they're starting to fill it on up, and Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, that can be a potential. Like I said, whether he beats them one-on-one, whether it's a handicap match or they do something sick like that, like we can get that happening. But I agree with you though, Chinedu. Like Trick Williams has to lose to Oba Femi, and I don't think it'll take away from Trick Williams, especially since we are all anticipating that he's gonna go over to the main roster at some point. Because if he doesn't, if he like keeps losing to Oba Femi and he just does nothing, then it would be kind of weird, right? It would be like, hey, bro, are you going to move to the main roster anytime soon? Like, when is this happening? But no, I do anticipate it. But here's the thing. In regards to Trick Williams, though, since we're on the topic, I'll get to it right now. He is starting this beef with Wesley. And my favorite part of all of this, like the whole night, I think one of my favorite moments of NXT today was when backstage Wesley kind of started to talk some shit to Trick Williams, but he could barely get a word in because Trick Williams just like slapped the life out of him, put him in his place. And it made me so happy because sometimes, Chinedu, you don't want to listen to people bitch and moan. You're just like, shut up. I'm going to slap you. And that's it. This is done. Business is over. And I kind of love seeing that tonight.
I did too. First of all, I want to shout Wesley for the extra comedy at the end. Go back and watch. He was like stuck in the hangers for like an extra 5 seconds. I was laughing so hard because he couldn't he was just combobulated. He couldn't even get up, even with help of his team. He couldn't get back up, and I thought it was a great segment. I loved it. It showed the annoyance of Wesley, and it showed like the cool, calm, collective, but yet badassery of Trick Williams. He ain't say a word. Just slapped the ish out that boy and walked off. That was great. And it even led to Wesley cutting a good promo. He cut a good heel promo. It wasn't great, Wasn't earth shattering, but it was enough to, like you said, keep the storylines progressing. And that's, I feel, with this episode as in total, progress storylines. It was really good.
We do see Wesley, by the way, defeat Dion Lennox after he had a quick match with him. That was fine, but Trick basically goes in there and storms into the ring and lays out Wesley. Yeah. So all of that was perfectly fine. He grabbed the microphone, he accepted the challenge, and we are going to be seeing Wesley versus Trick Williams next week. And I think that's going to be a good match. Like, that was something that we thought was going to happen a while back. Remember, we were talking about this, Chinedu, when they did the CW show and Wesley confronted Trick Williams, but he was on the second floor and he was cutting his promo. But then out of nowhere, Jey Uso comes out and we all forgot about Wesley, and they never circled back to that until recently.
Exactly. I mean, and if I'm Wes, I'm still mad about that. Wes just sat back down when the show was like, so is my segment over? It's like, I thought we had more rehearsal. No, that's it. We was done, man. You weren't getting over, bro. We had to cut him in for the yeet. But yeah, I like this. I don't know if I want Wes to keep building though, but I want Trick to win because I don't want Trick to lose both matches and then go to the main roster though. I mean, but he could to get Wes over. It would help because Trick is the top guy.
No, I want Trick Williams to defeat Wesley. I don't have interest in seeing Wesley defeat Trick Williams. I just can't buy it right now. I really can't. And I don't want to take that away from Wesley, but I just don't feel like I want to see Wesley defeat Trick Williams. I just see them on two totally different levels. They're not in the same level to me. I just see like Trick Williams as a main event player, a main event guy, and Wesley's a really good, but he hasn't came across as a main event guy just yet. Although he did kill it when he was NXT North American champion. That was great, but it's been a minute since I've seen it.
I was actually going to suggest that too. Like, and like now that I'm saying that too, what if he went back for the North American title, but as a heel? It could be something new. He held the title before, but it was as an underdog babyface. Could be a whole new lease on life. And also, Tony D,
Yeah, I think it would be so much better than right now than what we're having with Tony D because, and we'll get to Tony D, bless his heart, but it's just like I said this last week, but the NXT North American Championship to me is a fighting workhorse type of championship belt. I want to see somebody go out there and defend it like it's the last day on earth, right? Like those are the kinds of matches that I want to see put on. And Wesley was doing that for such a long time. His run as NXT North American champion is what made me a fan of Wesley. And because I haven't seen that kind of work from him in the last couple of months, I kind of forgot what he had to offer. I really did. And so that's why I look at this and I'm just like, yeah, I'm rooting for Trick Williams. Like I want to see Trick Williams win here, and I want to see eventually, I'm assuming maybe for not the January 15th show, the February 15th show, excuse me, that's when we're most likely going to get maybe Oba Femi and Trick Williams and run that back.
I'm hoping so too. And also a small little tidbit, I want to get your take on it. What did you think of Trick Williams bumping into Dion Lennox at the end? Like they zoomed in on Dion. I know Dion's still cooking. He's nowhere near what they're going to bring him up with. Yeah, he's baby. But you tell they're working on something. Do you think there may be eventual heel turn? Do you think they're going to keep him babyface?
So when I was looking at that backstage segment and they had Dion there, it was funny because I was kind of scoping everybody out because there's still so many people like we're not familiar with because we don't get to see them on NXT often, right? There's some bunch of people there. I'm like, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. And as I was looking at everybody, I'm like, Dion Lennox is probably the one that most looks like he can become somebody as soon as they take away that little, I think he kind of has like a schoolboy nerdy kind of vibe. That's the vibe that they gave him for whatever reason. That's been like, we've seen him on the show like sporadically. And of course he wrestled here tonight, but like character wise, they kind of present him a little bit nerdy. That's not something that I'm going to get behind of because I just don't buy it. It doesn't come across like that's his real personality, or maybe it is. I don't know the guy. But regardless, he was the one though that caught my attention as somebody that I can see them, molding and shaping to become the next Trick Williams or whatever. Right. And so Dion, I don't know if I see him as a baby face or as a heel. I feel like as the baby face, we've kind of seen that so far just because he has like a very like smooth, innocent kind of look, but he's not going to, I feel like anytime someone turns into a heel, when they shift, that's when you start to see like more of their personalities come out. So I guess I just want to see Dion start to show himself a little bit more, present himself a little bit more like a star because he can be that guy that we start to see climb up the rankings, because as we've talked about it so many times on the show, we need these guys to like really step up. And so there's a spot to be filled right now. There's a spot to grab. Chinedu, if you or me were on the men's NXT roster right now, or anybody here in the chat, bro, I would be like working like doing everything that I possibly can, because I can see that opening. I want to be the one to fill that opening. I want to be the one that, Shawn Michaels and all the powers that be on NXT are saying, damn, that's the person we're going to shape and mold to become the next Trick Williams, to become the next Oba Femi, to become the next this person. That is what, there's a spot to be grabbed right now. And so I do think Dion Lennox, once he kind of gets rid of the I'm new and I'm happy to be here vibe, then we start seeing more of the superstar vibe, then we can go somewhere.
I definitely agree, Denise, and I hope Shawn Michaels does. I feel he'll do right by him too. I would laugh if he like, come in the office, kid. There's this guy, Jason Jordan. We're gonna give you his storyline, man. Back in the day, they won't know. Come on here, man. It'll work, and I think it'll work too. So I'm very excited to see what they do. And like you said, there is something to him. I definitely agree, something to him for sure.
Yeah. They just gotta chip away and try to find that thing that makes him a little bit different. Because Trick Williams, when he came onto the scene, it was instant. He would come in here and his was more so the personality. That was the thing that got me the most with Trick Williams, was his personality. Yeah. He came out there and he's talking his talk, and I'm going, okay, he got like really good tone. Like the way that he talks, the way that he speaks, he grabs my attention. And that's the first thing that I liked about Trick Williams. And with Carmelo Hayes, obviously it was the wrestling. That was the thing that won you over. But what I'm saying is, you either got to be really this outgoing, charismatic individual, or you got to grab our attention with the wrestling. And when you're kind of not doing either or you're not the person that stands out in either of those two departments, then it's still like, okay, well, what are you going to bring to the table that's going to make me become a fan of yours? So that's like the one thing that they do need to find.
I agree, Stephanie. Why I'm gonna say Stephanie? I agree, Denise.
You know what you were thinking about? You were thinking about how luscious Stephanie Vaquera looked today.
I actually have her in my notes. I'm reading my notes right now. I see Stephanie right. What am I doing? I'm sorry. I'm looking at my notes right here. I'm sorry, y'all.
That's amazing.
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna start speaking Spanish the rest of this stream.
No. By the way, shout out to Stephanie Vaquera. Listen, you have no. When I say listen, the thirst comments for Stephanie have just skyrocketed. I don't know if you know, in recent weeks.
She's a gorgeous woman, and she's a Latina.
Yes, I will.
That's what I like to call it. The za. Y'all know what I'm talking about, okay?
The za. I love it.
Oh man, that's funny. I can't even breathe right now. Oh man. All right. Well, when we try to get our breath together, we got some super chats to get into. So let's get to it. We got Sheldon Jackson in the building. He says, guess Eddy Thorpe said if Gabe Kidd is gonna take off and become a big name, I'm gonna do it too, because they were in the same New Japan dojo class. Yeah, I remember that actually. So look, Eddy Thorpe, I just said this earlier. You either got to have this personality that is just like, wow, in your face, or you got to be, someone that's just amazing in the ring, right? Like your Nathan Frazier's, who, when you see him, he's going to be super fast. You know what you're going to get for him. Javon Evans, he's going to fly high and do all these acrobatic moves. You know what you're going to get from him. There are certain things you're going to get from certain people. I still don't know what that is from Eddy Thorpe at the moment, which is why I still haven't been like enveloped in Eddy Thorpe. But regardless, though, I didn't think that the match today with him and Oba Femi was bad at all. I thought he was a fine opponent for Oba Femi to basically, his first title defense and just get a, one and done with. Check. Defense in. Check. Win. Check on a random NXT episode in January. Cool. Checked all the boxes. It was fine. We got Anthony Giuliano here who says, looks like Naomi turning on Bianca next week and joining Lash and Jackson and revealing she attacked Jade. So I still don't know when Naomi is going to be revealed. So next week we do have a match, by the way, where it's Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend versus Bianca Belair and Naomi. Here's the thing though, I don't know that I see the reveal of the attacker happening on NXT. That's my only little ish where I feel like this is such a big story And this is obviously a SmackDown story, and SmackDown being 3 hours, we need that story to play out over on SmackDown. As much as I love your idea, Anthony, I think it has to happen over on SmackDown. But with that being said, I do love the idea, though, and I didn't even think about this until you mentioned it, of Lash Legend and Jakara maybe, joining forces with Jade Cargill. But again, maybe down the line, maybe not right now. But again, this is a storyline I want to see play out over on the SmackDown side of things. Thank you so much, Anthony Giuliano. We got Ryan Adams here who says, so tonight was black leather pants night. So Chindedu, that was the first thing that I said, by the way. All 4 girls in the Bailey, Roxanne, Cora, Julia segment, they were all wearing the same pants, but like obviously, a different cut and whatnot, a different style. But they all had the black leather pants. I think someone even mentioned Trick Williams had the black leather pants. Everybody was rocking the black leather pants look today.
Yeah, they all rocked them. They all wore them better than Ross did. If you're a fan of Friends, you understand the reference though. But they definitely did, man. The leather pants was popping tonight for sure.
It's January 2nd and I'm already a loser and these leather pants don't even fit. I remember when he had to get the baby powder or something, yeah. And he was powdering up his legs trying to get out of the freaking black leather pants. Hey, look, Ross is my favorite Friends character. I feel like his psychoticness and his life always being a disaster, it's so relatable. And like I relate with Ross.
I agree. Ross my favorite.
Ross is your favorite too?
Oh yeah, Chandler close second.
Okay, mine says Ross and then Monica.
Oh yeah,
I love Monica.
I got Ross, Chandler. Man, I'll put Joey, man. I like sandwiches too, man.
I don't know. I think my ranking is Ross, Monica, Rachel, Phoebe, Chandler, Joey.
I can agree. I can see that. Yeah, just
because it's like depends on who you have more in common with, I think. All right. But anyways, thank you so much, Ryan. We got Cheesesteak 59 who says, only one women's match tonight. Did I tune into AEW by mistake? Look, honestly, they had the big segment with the all 4 women. They had that. They had a couple of backstages with some more of the girls. And then they had Izzy Dane play a part in one of the matches. We had Carmen Petrovic and Jada Parker, which is the one match you were talking about. And then that's it. But it didn't feel like a lack, only because we had that big segment with the 4 girls that I think really took up like a big portion of the show. So I didn't have a problem with it because again, NXT doesn't do that every week. NXT doesn't like just do one women's match. So they did it one week. All right, no big deal. We can get back to where we were at before. But yeah, it was fine. It was fine today. Like I said, they still had a lot of women's segments. We got Paul David Elliott here who says, how are we feeling going into Championship Sunday? Bills versus Eagles, Super Bowl 59, calling it. This is all you, Chinedu. What do you got?
Oh man, that looks great to me. Anybody but the cheats. All right, that's how I feel right now. Because I watched that game. If y'all watch me, y'all know I review NFL too, man. It hurts my heart to see these boys give these calls to Mahomes and he didn't even get touched. I was so mad. But
I did see that one play where they like barely pushed, like they barely touched him, and he like threw himself on the floor.
Yes. I was like, bro. And listen, granted, I understand the Texans have a tall task, though. I know it wasn't gonna be no easy win. Well, I'm not one of the delusional fans. I can review sports objectively and give honest takes, whether it's not my favorite team or not. But I was like, no, the Texans had a legit shot at this because they held them guys down to points. I don't think get too much football overreaction though. But yes, I'm with Bills, Eagles. Yeah, I'm with Eagles. Just terrible calls. Like these are defensive players. It's football. And I know they have to side with the quarterback and some homes who get the calls though. But it was terrible. But I like Bills, Eagles. Commanders would be nice. Especially for a rookie. But Saquon's having a year, man. So I see them running that ball through the Commanders, and I see Bills running through the Chiefs. I want the Bills to win. Come on, Josh Allen, do it. But I honestly love that call, Paul. Most definitely.
I don't know the way that my husband explained it to me, because obviously we're Jets fans over here, but I'm a casual, but he was telling me, he's like, the difference like between the Patriots, at least for him, and the Chiefs was that with the Patriots, he'd like to watch them lose. Like he would like to tune into the game to watch them lose. And with the Chiefs, he's like, I don't even care to tune into the game. And I'm like, okay, whatever, bro. I just know that the Jets aren't in no more. So what do I got going? I'm just watching whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got Stephen Marchulli here who says Julia versus Bailey being teased, ? Certainly. So let's get to that because that was a huge portion of today's show. So we kicked off with Bailey, or she was the second segment of the night, excuse me. So Bailey goes out there and she's cutting a promo. She's kind of talking, like shitting on Roxanne Perez, basically saying she's not fit to, be the leader of this women's division. She's not fit to be in Raw and SmackDown, all of that, right? And so Julia comes out, and I wasn't expecting Julia to come out. It's so weird because, like, Julia won the championship, right, at the last show. We haven't seen much of Julia at all since she won the title. This was her first exhibition out there as champion. And here's the thing. The promo wasn't about her. The story wasn't about her. She was just kind of there. And I thought, okay, she went out there. She had her part. She did, she kind of talked a little bit about how she respects Bailey and she's a fan of Bailey. And then Bailey told her she's a fan of her. So a lot of, they have mutual respect for each other, right? But it wasn't about Julia. And so that, though, left us going, because there was one big thing. Once Roxanne and Cora went out there and they started beefing, all four of them, there was one big thing that Roxanne mentioned. And she said to Bailey, why don't you tell her why you're really here? Why you're really here? And we never really found out what else would have been said between Julia and Bailey because Roxanne and Cora interrupted. So this left me thinking that maybe after Bailey is done with Roxanne, we may or may not see a Bailey Julia match. It did feel like that was teased there. But the one thing I will say this, though, is that I was expecting a little bit more emphasis on Julia since she is the champion and this is like her new era. But this still feels like it's all about Roxanne Perez.
I can definitely agree. And before I get into the full take, I just want to say from a producer standpoint, I want to just like bravo to the production team on keeping you interested in the show in a picture-in-picture. They fought all through a commercial break in a way that you wanted to keep watching the show regardless of the commercial right there. Because once you get backstage, you're okay, wait a minute, what's going on? You saw Ava in there. They breaking it up. They fought hard, okay? And it ended with, I think Deion Lex came through there for his next match, though. But
yeah,
I like
that was funny.
I like how they did that to keep you interested in the show and keep what's going on. I love the flow of it. And like you said, too, I was a bit surprised, it wasn't about Julie, though. But like you said, that little tidbit in there, I really like that because every heel, no matter what they say in a promo, there's always at least a tidbit of truth in there. And I believe that Roxanne knows something that we don't know. Bailey, why are you here? It ain't just to confront me. So why are you here? I like that a lot.
Mind you, that this first confrontation, like that we saw, like with Julia and Roxanne, like it did happen once Roxanne was no longer champion, right? Because the first confrontation, she had already lost the championship. Yeah, because it was the week after. That's what it was. It was the week after. So I don't know if we will see it, but I feel like today they gave us enough to make us think that we are going to see it. But with that being said, though, I thought for a second, they were going to make the tag team match today. I thought we were going to see all of them go at it today, but the match was made for next week. So next week we are going to see Bailey and Julia versus Cora and Roxanne. So there's a lot that's kind of brewing there. Bailey and Roxanne's portion, we still got to get that match. I think we do got to get Bailey and Julia. And then at some point, we still got to get Cora and Roxanne. So there's kind of a lot to try to fit in there if they can. Before we expect to see Roxanne Perez get called up to the main roster, because she's another one where we're like, all right, she's got to go up already, bro. Like, this is it. Like, this is feeling like the anticipation is getting closer and closer.
Wholeheartedly. Like it is getting time because I said too, there's not much else for her to do. I feel like they brought Bailey in so she can have something to do because there's no need for her to feud with any other women or anything like that. It's time for her to feud with main roster and go up there. While on the subject, I know this is so random. Where's Thea Hale?
I don't know where Thea Hale is. I have no idea what's going on with Thea Hale.
I just don't like it. Just makes me sad because I see so much progression going on in the division, so many storylines progressing. I'm happy for it. I love seeing Kalani's progression. By the way, shout out to Kalani for just a nasty curls. curls. I loved it. This brand, I'm sorry, but this curls, girl. I love seeing them, but it just made me sad, like, because all these things are going on in the women's division, and I feel Thea Hale should be in the mix too. So it's just,
I think she should too. I firmly believe that. Like, I would have loved to see her, go up against Fallon Henley for that NXT North American Championship. That would have been really fun. But I don't know what's going on with Thea Hale, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. But we got Stephen Martrulli, who also says Oba versus Hammerstone for perhaps. Of course, Chinedu, I haven't even gotten a chance to ask you your thoughts and your reaction on this TNA WWE official partnership. Also, just a heads up to everybody, I did do a full video on that. So if you want to check that out, I did have a video completely dedicated to that topic. You can check that out right now or afterwards, whenever you want. But Chinedu, what did you think when you saw that news pop up?
I was very excited when I saw the news. I want to point out one of the first reaction videos I saw for it was from Denise Salcedo. So this was a video made up to the minute, y'all. Okay, I want to say it was made fresh.
Quick, Chinedu. I was eating breakfast when the email came up, and like I posted it everywhere. I finished my breakfast. I ran to the restroom. I got ready because I wasn't ready yet. This is what sucks, by the way. Can I just say something? Like, this is what sucks, all right? And this is something that you guys probably don't think about, is the difference between like male and female content creators. Like a dude, you wash your hair, you wash your face, you put your moisturizer on, you turn on your camera, and bam, you can make a video. Me, I got to do my hair. I got to do my makeup. I got to do all of this shit before I can even turn the camera on and press record. So I'm already behind by the simple fact that I got to do all of that. It's so annoying. But yeah, just throwing that out there.
Again, and I agree too. It's very hard for ladies out here too, man. Because guys, we do not gotta get on here crossing their eyes, man. Just scratch, just like scratch his butt, smelled it real quick. You just make sure he's healthy. Hey, what's up, guys? We're here for the next year. Even like,
hey guys, so this new partnership with NXT and TNA. It smells disgusting. That's my interpretation of a man.
It's true, like, man. I need to go to the doctor, man. What is this going on? But
meanwhile, us little ladies be coming in here like, hello, sparkles in our eyes.
and it's hard too, because if Denise is having a rough day, just coming in one day, we want to do a conversation. Man, what's going on with Denise? Listen, y'all, come on. Wait a minute. Let Denise be a part. Let her live, y'all. Be why, and I get it. So it's hard, man, because I know for me, man, listen.
I could never hop onto this show with like out makeup. There's no way. People would be like, is she dead? She died, right? Like, this is her dead body on the stream.
It's true.
Oh man.
So, I think I can. But I'm sorry, Stephen. To answer the question,
your thoughts, yes.
Sorry, but to answer the question, Stephen, I'm very excited about it. I feel as we talked about last week too. We need more people on the main roster. I feel it's more what they were doing already, though. But to make it official, definitely helps. I would love to see Oba versus Hammerstone, power versus power, big meaty men slapping meat. I feel he does need those kind of opponents too, because he's a big guy. So I would love to see a Hammerstone, maybe a Moose, even come over and and have some great matches. You never know. So I definitely am excited about it. I do feel WWE will benefit more in the end, but we'll see what happens. I'm very excited about it though. So we'll see.
Oh, they're 1000% feeling like they're going to benefit the most out of this. I won't be surprised if by like, I don't know, year 2 or year 1 or whatever, they're like, hey, we bought TNA. Woo. Yep. I mean, I do feel like that can happen. I do think right now it's just like it really is, but it is a win-win though for both. Because for example, like TNA Genesis, I don't know how many people were interested before the announcement, but after the announcement, I did see like a huge rise in interest and people talking about it. And I did the watch along here on the channel, and that was the show that, like, out of every show that I did that week, out of Raw, NXT, SmackDown, you name it, all the shows that I covered that week, the one that brought in the most viewers and the one that brought in the most new viewers was the Genesis show.
Really?
Yes. I was like, damn, I didn't realize how many people were interested. And so, right? And I wasn't expecting that. And I think it had to do with the fact of, there's news in the air. People are buzzing. People are excited. And Triple H was even tweeting, hey, TNA Genesis is on. This is huge for our friends. And people were anticipating, hey, what big, appearances are we going to see from NXT talent over on TNA? And so there was those expectations going into it. And then, of course, I don't want to take away from Joe Hendry's match. I think a lot of people felt like, okay, this is the one where Joe Hendry is finally going to win big and win that championship, right? So I think it was that, plus, of course, the announcement that really drove a lot of interest for Genesis. And Chinedu, I don't know if you got to see the show, but they were full. They looked great. They lit the crowd. Every seat was filled. It looked like a big win for TNA for Genesis this past weekend.
Well, I will say, unfortunately, I did watch clips though. I'll be real. I used to watch TNA faithfully when they had the Adrenaline Rush theme song. I'm talking classic TNA, Adrenaline Rush. But I don't watch as much now. But I did see clips. It was packed in there. It was, and I remember D'Lo Brown saying like a year or 2 years ago, he was like, if people just give TNA a chance, you will see that it is amazing wrestling on this show. And I gotta say, he's right. Like the clips I saw were amazing. I'm excited to see what happens. And in my mind, this is me being the fancy booker, loving NXT. I would love, after Oba Femi beats Trick Williams, because he has to beat Trick Williams, out of nowhere, he just stands up, boom, zigzag from Nick Nemeth. That would be a cool little feud too. You never know.
I'm here with that. So yeah, there's a lot of possibilities, and hopefully, Chin, you and I get to cover those every single Tuesday. So we'll see what they come up with. We got Ryan Adams here who says, "Wow, didn't realize Booker was joining the show tonight." What?
What?
Wait, are we talking Booker like Booker T? Or are we talking Booker, like you're the Booker?
Like fancy Booker, we talking Booker T, man. I know, man. He went like he brought back the what the hell? Like when he says that makes me laugh so hard. The hell?
or do we just mean like? Or do we just mean? I'm sorry, I'm so confused. I don't know what this means. Or I'm assuming like the commentary bit with Booker, like Booker and Corey and Vic Joseph all doing the commentary. I think that's what Ryan Adams means.
Okay, cool. But shout to Ryan Adams, and I'm very sorry about the Vikings, by the way. I saw the man, bro. I know you guys hate. I won't get into it. Thank you, Ryan, man. Appreciate it, man. Shout out to Booker T and them. Corey Graves, I can't explain that. I don't know. We don't have to get into that too much though, but it's weird to me sometimes.
He just came on and he was like, "I'm happy to be here." I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. Okay. All right, man. Okay.
Just let it be. Just let it be. Well, once there's something to really talk about, then we'll break into it. But as of right now, my original assessment of this was, they're just working some sort of storyline. And now I'm like, wow, if they're working a storyline, this is the lamest storyline possible. So it's either a really lame storyline or just a really lame real life story.
I think so too, because I'm like, Pat wasn't even on Raw, Denise. Like, so what's the, okay, well,
We'll find out. All right, we always do at some point. All right, we got Terrence Johnson here who says Dion Lennox, Alex Riley type gimmick, 0910. Oh, okay. I kind of see what you're getting at with this. But here's the thing, Dion Lennox also, who am I thinking of? I'm not thinking of Alex Riley. I'm thinking of Riley Osborne for whatever reason. Sorry, I'm thinking of Riley Osborne because I do like Riley Osborne a whole lot. And we also haven't seen him at all. We haven't seen any of the Chase U people. It seems like they might be stuck in like limbo right now of what they're going to do with them. But all right, thank you so much, Terrence Johnson. I think he wants to see Dion Lennox with an Alex Riley type gimmick. That's what the super chat meant. Anthony Giuliano says Naomi can screw Bianca on NXT, then address the heel turn on SmackDown. It's Lash's hometown, and you had all the girls told them to bring it home on NXT. Oh, I didn't realize that it was Lash's hometown. Thank you so much for pointing that out, Anthony. I didn't realize that. That's a good pointer right there. Thank you. We got the Bep Jr. who says here for the support. Thank you so much, Bep Jr. I appreciate you, man. 23 months as the DWO member. It's very, very cool. The Bep Jr. also says, once Roxanne gets called up, it will feel like Cora will be the main heel for the women's division. I can see that. And Cora also had a big moment too, where she confronted Masha Slamovich at TNA Genesis. That was another big moment. So a cool opportunity for Cora, given how much time she missed when she was gone. So the fact that she got that moment this past weekend, I thought did her a whole lot, because again, she really did miss a lot. And who knows where Cora would have been right now if she wouldn't have gotten injured. And she was already gone even before that. So I'm happy to see her get some momentum starting to go back again with her name on attached to it. We got Ryan Adams who says, Mela told Corey, we got 4 kids to take care of. Go get your ass back to work. Isn't that how it is, right? Like if your
Yeah.
spouse acts a fool at work or something, I don't know what happens. And all of a sudden you're like, what are you doing? You can't quit your job. You got to make sure you get your ass to work. I know I would. I'd be like, why? If my husband showed up tomorrow and was like, oh yeah, I quit my job, I'd be like, you better have a hell of a freaking reason and another job lined up, bro. What do you mean you just quit your job or we're acting silly, you know?
I agree, man. Because first of all, nobody can watch your feelings, man. The rent is due. All right, Mela ain't on TV right now. She's wearing the kids' little core. You better get back to work on national TV. I don't want to go to AW. No, you don't. You're gonna go on Tuesdays and you're gonna be quiet. I feel you, Ryan.
We got Luis Arturo Mendez who says NXT should bring back the TakeOver PLE name with its partnership with TNA. That would be cool. I would like to see that if we got the TakeOver stuff back. That's something I didn't think of. Thank you, Luis, for mentioning that. I didn't even consider that. So thank you so much. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get into some of the other topics that we haven't touched on yet for NXT. We kind of mentioned this a little bit, but we didn't get too into the weeds in it, and that is the NXT North American Championship was on the line. Tony D'Angelo defeated Ridge Holland, retained his championship. I think, I sort of stick to what I said earlier, where I'm not really too crazy about the NXT North American Championship right now. I feel like every single week I got to be reminded, oh, yeah, that's right. Tony D is the champ every week. Every week I'm reminded that he's the champ once again. So like you said, Chinedu, there could be a world where we do see like a heel Wesley take that championship once again. But even then, like, this wasn't a bad match though, so I don't want to say it was a bad match. It was a fine matchup here. As much interest as you can possibly draw up for Tony D versus Ridge Holland, I think they drew up as much as they possibly could.
I definitely agree. I was still, part of me was hoping for a Riley Osborne, even a Thea Hale interference to cost him the title, because this is the guy that shut down Chase U. I felt like they just dropped it and just moved on. We saw Andre Chase on there, maybe with a new class of people though, but it was still just weird. Like, okay, like, so what are we doing with this? We're not doing anything. Okay, no, whatever. But same thing with the North American title. I keep forgetting that he has the belt. I think dropping the gimmick would do him some favors, just because I feel the gimmick is holding him back. Like, it's not believable at this point. And to me, a good storyline helps you get interested in the belt. Like, Lexis King's storyline makes me interested in the Heritage Cup because of his storyline.
Yeah, I was about to get into that. You know me, everyone here that's been watching my NXT shows for a long time knows that I do not like the Heritage Cup. Like, I do not care. It's like the one part of the show where I'm like, oh, like whatever's right. I did not hate this. I was actually fully paying attention to it. I'm like, okay. I mean, I pretty much knew what the outcome was going to be, but I was fine with that. I was so fine with Lexis King, cheating, hitting the low blow, getting his win, because they had been tied 1-1, but then finally the low blow when the referee wasn't looking on Charlie Dempsey, and Lexis King gets the win. This made me go, finally, we have something on the show that is dedicated to Lexis King, because that was for months. We were like, oh, this isn't what we were expecting for Lexis King. Nothing's happening with Lexis King. That was usually the topic that we were talking when it came to Lexis King's name. But now, at least with him having the Heritage Cup, there's a story with him. There's something going on. There's movement, and it was a good match and a fun little story with him just basically cheating. I didn't care. I don't care enough about the Heritage Cup for me to get mad about Lexis King cheating.
Denise, same. I felt the exact same way. Like, I love the storyline. I'm interested. I don't care if he cheated. No. No, I mean, first of all, no Corey Kesher was shading the whole match anyway, though. So, I mean, it's not like it's really who's really the call here, man. And again, Lexis King, I don't care that he cheated. To me, it's kind of part of his character anyway. Like, I don't view him like as no white meat baby face. He's like a tweener, I would say. He wants to do good though, but still don't mind breaking the rules anyway. I'm with it. I like it.
I don't buy him though. I don't buy him when he says he wants to do good. To me, Lexis King is a natural heel. I don't see him not even as a baby face, not even as a tweener. And I know that's what he's trying to be. Like, he had this whole like redemption story and all of this, and he was questioning everything for a while. But I just think he should lean into being a heel. Like, he's got the big bleached hair, blonde bleached hair. He's got the, really shaved beard that he has that it looks like it's drawn on. You can't be a baby face or a tweener with that beard. You got to be a heel, bro. Especially the way that Lexis King rocks it. It's a heel.
I can honestly agree because I feel the storyline that he's going on would eventually make him come out that he's a heel anyway, and just wants to hold on to the Heritage Cup though. But I mean, I'm liking the ride. Like I said, he is a more natural heel. I feel it will do him some good to be that. Maybe who knows? Maybe he could work his way up to that NXT title picture, man. You never know that. But for right now, I'm cool with him being in the Heritage Cup. It's like when I see him, sometimes I think of Tiger King for some reason. I think they kind of look
Oh,
alike.
I don't blame you.
Bit.
I do see
right?
what you mean. Yeah. Damn, Tiger King takes me back, bro. Takes me back to like sitting in my room during COVID with nothing to do, no place to be, trying to avoid people's germs and just laying in my bed. To be honest, it's weird because even though like during that time we were depressed and we were scared, I had nothing like really to do. So it opened up the world to me in this like one room. All of a sudden, I found out what I can do in one room, in one space with my imagination. I feel like SpongeBob with my imagination. The little rainbow. Anyways, so yeah, it's Tiger King. That was during that time of our lives. Wild times, both off the screen and on the screen. We got Anthony Giuliano here who says Cora Jade needs to get called up to the main roster. She is the only one that's been there the longest. Yeah, Cora Jade. See, it's hard to say because she did miss so much time, as I mentioned earlier, that she can still fill the gaps and be still on NXT. But there's other people that weren't on NXT that long and got called up to the main roster. You know, Kiana James, let me see, Blair Davenport, Lyra Valkyra, you know, all those people. I think at this point, Cora Jade has been on TV maybe longer than them, even the times that she was away. If you just include the time that she was there, I think she would still be there longer than those girls, right?
Probably. I think so. She's been there a while. She's been there a while for sure.
We got Arnold Nicholson Jr. who says Sean Spears should win the North American title. I just looked at Chindedu because I knew that he was not going to agree with that statement.
I don't know. I'm taking this back because I did this before I saw what you said. You know, because I do every super chat gets the heart, man. Arnold, I don't know, man. Listen, don't.
This is the one you're giving to Arnold, the little broken heart.
Yeah, man, you gotta get it fell off a little bit, man, halfway, bro. Because Sean, it's Sean Spears, y'all. Don't tell me it's Sean. The C4 is a cool finisher, but it's Sean Spears. The
role that he's working in right now, like they had the tag team match today, Brooks Jensen and Nico Vance defeating Channing Stacks Lorenzo and Luca Crucifino. That was a fun little tag team match. It was fine. And you had, Sean Spears behind that, pushing these two guys. And, we had been wondering what they were going to go with Brooks Jensen now that he's teaming up with Nico. Okay, fine. We'll see what we get out of that. I feel like he's serving his purpose on that side of things, and it's doing all right. Thank you so much, Arnold Nicholson. We got Christopher Marino here who says Jonathan Gresham would be perfect for the Heritage Cup. Yeah, 100%. And I mean, he's probably going to be a free agent pretty soon too. I don't remember the exact date, but I think I saw somewhere that, at some point his is coming up too, but I don't know what date. So don't take my word for that. Thank you, Christopher. We also saw Carmen Petrovic versus Jada Parker. Carmen Petrovic defeated Jada Parker. So here's what's going on. We hadn't seen Jada Parker in a minute, right? We were like, where's Jada? What's happening with Jada? Well, she's finally back. And then Carmen Petrovic finally got her kiss. So now, like, her whole storyline is that she's, like, happy and she's in love and, she's on cloud 9. But here's the thing. Kalani Jordan went out there and essentially cost Jada Parker this match. And so now, Jada, Kalani, these are your girls, Chinedu.
Oh, yeah.
I know you like Jada more, though.
A lot more. I ain't gonna lie.
We all can tell. We all can tell.
I'm very happy that Jada's here. First of all, I want to say that to show the range of Jada Parker, she went in there and created 2 feuds in one segment. One with Kalani and one with what is her name? Carmen. And the thing too, and I love how quick-witted Jada is. It was so funny, okay? Because she made fun of the storyline that Carmen was in. I laughed so hard. You mean Nikita's man? You up here getting sad about a kiss from dude that's gonna drop you in a month? That was hilarious. Okay, the crowd even went, "Oh, she said that," and created a great feud between her. I was hoping that it wouldn't lead to no long-term feud between her and Carmen. I was happy it was only like a footstep between the real feud between her and Kalani. Happy about that. I love seeing Jada win, but I felt this was the right thing to do for the storyline between her and Kalani. I'm happy that her and Carmen won't be involved. Let Carmen and Ashante, let them stay on Meryl's place. That's where they are. Okay, they can be on Meryl's place. That's their storyline, the melodrama. That's cool. Jada Parker, full force with Kalani, a face Jada Parker. I could be for it, or just a person a la Stone Cold. I'm not really a good guy, bad guy, but they cheer me. Hey, I'll go with it. But Kalani, though, I love the attitude. I love the aggression. I love the curls to the heavens. I loved it. Okay, Kalani, if you ever watching, love the curls, girl.
Maybe this is the feud that turns Kalani into the bad girl. Like maybe Jada Parker will push her to her limit, and that's where we see Kalani go from good girl gone bad.
I think so. Shots Rihanna as well too. I think that's.
I know. I was like, good girl gone bad. That's Rihanna.
Great album. All right, let me tell you some great album. Okay, Umbrella is in. I played that yesterday. All right, with the yesterday, but I'm excited for it. I want Kalani as a heel. I feel like she's done everything she can do as the white meat baby face. I feel she has a lot of venom, a lot of heat that she wants to unload as a heel that you only can do as a heel. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And all right, so let me see what else we got to get into. And I think we pretty much covered everything. However, there is one super chat that Bear says that I didn't get to. So, Chinedu, can you promote some of your stuff while I look for this super chat really quickly?
Absolutely, guys. In case you have not known, I'm on tour right now. But in lieu of my tour, some of my audience, I realize, don't know I'm a stand-up comedian. A lot of them only know me from my videos, from sports. So what I've done, I've taken my first 4 stand-up comedy specials. My name is Chinedu, All or Nothing, Laughter is Healing, and Expect Delays. I put them on my YouTube channel for free. So if you want to watch my stand-up comedy, check it out. Then each of them is an hour special. I think Expect Delays is a 2-hour special. All or Nothing and Laughter is Healing is an hour special. My name is Shin, is a 30-minute special. So multiple hours stand-up comedy. If you want to watch it, it's free. Check it out. Drop a comment for your boy. I really appreciate it. And let me know. I just want to give you guys kind of a tester to kind of see I'm funny on stage. If you think I'm funny on the videos, the comedy, all that, come see me live. So that's kind of what I want to do too. I have a lot of content to talk about, things like that. So I hope you guys enjoy it. It's family friendly. You can watch it at work, with your kids and all that, though. You won't get in trouble with the job. So play it, share it, watch it on my YouTube channel right now, Chinedu Ogu. Hope you guys enjoy it. Link is also in my Instagram bio as well. So check them out for specials. Hope you tune in.
Please do, guys. Check that out. Of course, the links are in the description box below. Give Chinedu some love and check out his work. He does a whole lot, man. And also, thank you so much to the Bear Hudson. I found your super chat here. He says, a day after we celebrated Martin Luther King's birthday, Denise Salcedo and Chinedu continue to instill hope for people of color that hard work pays off. So proud, Bear. That is such a generous message that you sent in here today. I really, really thank you for that, especially right now at a time where it feels like that type of stuff, just we want to make sure that it's celebrated, of course. But no, that really means a whole lot. Thank you so much, Bear. Thank you.
Yeah, Bear. Appreciate you, Bear. All right. You're the best. Let me get up here. Bear, we appreciate you, dude. All right. Thanks for the comment. We love you being part of the show. You are a valuable member of the WWO. We love you, man. That means a lot to me, man. We down here. Hello, hey, we
I was trying to because StreamYard doesn't let me move the images, so it just pops up right there, and I'm like, okay, that's where it's gonna have to be.
Appreciate you, man.
Wait, do that again. Hold on. Do it again.
Hey, appreciate you, man. You do best, man. Thank you so much, bro. Love for super chat, man. MVP Party WO, man. We love you, man. Thanks for tuning every episode.
That's too funny. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh, thank you so much again to Bear, and thank you for letting me know, by the way. If ever that happens to anybody's super chat, please let me know, because I can always pull it up on the back end of YouTube's, because sometimes just glitching and weird stuff happens, and sometimes you miss things, but we got that all covered. But with that being said, everybody, that was our by the way, I love this too. Thank you, Luis. He says black and brown unity. Hell yeah, let's effing go, man. Let's effing go. All right, with that, I think that's the best way to kind of end our show here today. You guys heard where you can follow Chinedu. As for me, guys, I dropped a brand new video today, and go give it some love. It's a video where I did talking about Bad Bunny, kind of a controversial one for some people, but check it out. It's an interesting one. It just went up today. I'm dropping daily videos. Please check them out. They are a lot of work, so go in there, click them, play them on the background. Shit, I don't even care if you put my ass on mute. Just hit the play button.
Yes.
Just hit the play button. I'm good with that. Okay. My feelings will not be hurt. And then on top of that, I am going to be back here tomorrow with Righteous Reg, and we're going to be covering AEW Dynamite. That's the last stream of the week because I am leaving to Las Vegas on Thursday. But then afterwards, I'll be back again to my normal schedule up until the Royal Rumble. So just keep an eye out. Content dropping every day, no matter what. Thank you guys so much. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Chinedu and I are here each and every single Tuesday chatting NXT. So if you watch NXT and you want someone to talk about it with, this is the place to be. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone.